welcome to the 2024 Utah Safety Council Annual Meeting and Awards presentation. We're happy to have all of you here. Before we officially begin the program, I'm going to invite my friend, colleague, and Army veteran Robert Garcia up to the stage, who will lead us in our nation's Pledge of Allegiance. Robert?
All raised, please. Now, Utah Highway Patrol will present the flags. Now, in unison. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated. Now I'll get back to John.
Okay, again, welcome to Weber State University, the Davis campus, Davis County. We love balloons in Davis County. We love roosters in Davis County. We also love Weber State, so thank you for being here. I know a lot of you traveled from great distances to be here, so we greatly appreciate it. Your support is vital to the Utah Safety Council's mission of saving lives. We extend our heartfelt thanks to the Utah Labor Commission and the Utah Safety Council Board of Directors for their invaluable support and sponsorship of this annual meeting and awards presentation. If we do have an emergency, and we won't, a little bit of housekeeping. Exits are behind you to the south, and then bathrooms are behind me in the hallway on the north. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome our esteemed chairman of the board of directors, Brian Hogan, to the podium, and he will officially call this meeting to order and address the board's business. And Brian? Give him a hand.
Thank you, John. Good afternoon and welcome to the live and in person, which is nice to see the numbers come back after the COVID. And this got to be a pretty small event during that time period. It's nice to see so many of you here today. This is the 2024 annual meeting of the Utah Safety Council. On behalf of the board, I call this meeting to order. This past year's been an exciting and challenging one for the Utah Safety Council. As a board, we want to thank each of you for your membership, your support, and for your noble efforts to prevent injuries and to save lives. We have a few items of business to take care of at this time, and then we can get on to the fun stuff. As far as the financial report goes, we had a total income for the Utah Safety Council during the fiscal year that ended June 2024 was $2,064,935 with the total expenses of $2,009,192, leaving a net revenue of $55,743. Banking and investment accounts held by the Utah Safety Council totaled $1,375,241. Individuals who are interested in seeing or obtaining copies of the fiscal year 23 through 24 financial statements and a compilation report may do so by contacting the office at the Utah Safety Council. The nominating committee report, the nominating committee met recently, and this is the result. Members of the Utah Safety Council, we propose the following candidates for officers and board members. For the position of chairman of the board of directors, Brian Hogan, Vice President of Safety, Health and Environmental for Savage Services for a one-year term. For the position of chairman-elect, the board nominates Todd Mahana, Vice President of EnviroServe for a one-year term. For the position of treasurer, the board nominates David J. Homer, Vice President, Chief Financial Officer of Wasatch Electric for a one-year term. For Board of Directors terms expiring in 2024, the following are nominated with the three-year term expiring in 2027. Shauna Cragen, who is the Director of Transportation for the Davis County School District, and Jeremy Gee, who is the Managing Director of Health and Safety at Pacific Corp Rocky Mountain Power. For new board members with three-year terms expiring in 2027, Floyd Johnson, Division Director of the Utah Occupational Safety and Health, part of the Utah Labor Commission. Bernard T. Price, Director of Safety, Environmental, and Plant Protective Services with Northrop Grumman Space Systems. And Brian Olson, Vice President of Loss Control with WCF. As per the bylaws governing the Utah Safety Council, these nominees were furnished to all members of the council for a vote at least 10 days in advance of today's meeting. The vote was unanimous in favor of the nominating report. If there are no objections from the audience today, I move to accept the nominating report. The motion to accept the nominating report is approved. It is my honor to introduce the Utah Safety Council Board of Directors. And if you're here, would you please stand? Geraldine Lyons, General Manager of Metals at Rio Tinto Kennecott Utah Copper. David J. Homer, Vice President, Chief Financial Officer, Wasatch Electric. Brian Hogan, Vice President, Safety, Health, and Environment, Savage Services. Christy Rigby, Deputy Commissioner, Utah Department of Public Safety. Shauna Cragen, Director of Transportation, Davis School District. Jeremy Gee, Managing Director, Health and Safety, Pacific Corp Rocky Mountain Power. Nathan K. Spencer, Chief Safety Officer of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Jared G. Smith, Risk Services Manager, Safety National. Todd Mahana, Vice President, SH&E, EnviroServe. Tori L. Burns, Manager, Safety and Health of Enbridge Gas. Floyd Johnson, Division Director, Utah Occupational Safety and Health, Utah Labor Commission. Brian Olson, Vice President of Loss Control, WCF. And Bernard T. Price, Director of Safety and Environmental Plant Protective Services, Northrop Grumman Space Systems. These are our Board of Directors. Thank you. Let's give them a round of applause. Hey, John. If I could get John to join me. We would like to extend our heartfelt appreciation to Chris Hill. Chris, would you like to join us up here, please? He's from the Utah Labor Commission for his outstanding service as an outgoing board member on the Utah Safety Council Board of Directors. He served from 2015 through 2024, 9 years. Chris has also served in executive committee and as immediate past chair since 2019. Let's give Chris a round of applause. Also leaving the board is Catherine H. Clark. and she has served as a board member from 2017 through 2024 for the past 7 years, and Rob James, who has served as a board member from 2020 through 2024. Their exceptional leadership and unwavering dedication have played a pivotal role in advancing the council's mission of saving lives and supporting Utah industries over the years. Thank you. As we bid them farewell, we cannot help but feel a sense of sadness knowing that we will miss their invaluable contributions. However, we also acknowledge how fortunate we have been to benefit greatly from their profound knowledge and remarkable leadership. Chris, Catherine, and Rob, we extend our sincerest gratitude for all of you and all of your exceptional commitment and impact upon the Utah Safety Council's success. Thank you. One more round of applause. John?
Well, thank you, Brian, and thank you to our board of directors. It was actually Chris that hired me, so any complaints that you want to file, this is your last chance, yeah. He's been here 9 years, so thank you, Chris, and thank you, Catherine, and thank you, Rob James. So, all right, moving on to the awards part. But before we get to the awards part, I would like to have all the program managers of Utah Safety Council. They are given the opportunity to come up and give an update on their programs and what they've been up to the last year. They work very hard. They work especially hard to pull off this meeting today, and so I appreciate their efforts and their hard work. They come every day, and we could not do what we do at the Utah Safety Council of advancing safety and saving lives without their hard work and dedication. So, with that, I would like to invite Nicole Ackman up to the stage to get us started. Nicole is our operations and membership manager. So, Nicole, let's give her a hand.
Hello, my name is Nicole Ackman, and I work in our membership department as well as I'm the operations manager for Utah Safety Council. During my time here, I've had the opportunity to work in our membership department and learn a lot. I can confidently say that our members are the foundation for Utah Safety Council's success. This year, we have welcomed 32 new member companies. The new members join over 900 organizations across the Intermountain West regions committed to safety and health. Our membership offers valuable benefits, including free safety trainings, discounts on products, on-site services, and occupational training courses. In this coming year, we are expanding our free safety trainings to our members. These trainings will enhance the value of your membership. They are actually going to add $1,200 to your membership value. I'm excited for the year ahead and the opportunity to collaborate with all of you. Together, we can create a safer and healthier environment for everyone. Next, you will hear from our Outreach Community Education Manager, Brandon Stone.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brandon. That's loud. Hi, everybody. I'm Brandon. I'm the Community Outreach Manager at the Utah Safety Council. You might remember me. I used to be the Emergency Care Manager. I stepped away from the Safety Council for a little while, but I'm back. Just couldn't get enough. But I'm happy to be back. In my new role, some of what I'll be doing a lot of teaching, the first aid CPR, some occupational safety, pretty much whatever I can. But I'll also be I'll be serving as a car seat technician. A big part of my role, though, is going to be engaging with you, our member companies, making sure that you get the most out of our services, the most out of your membership, and trying to spread the word to people, the companies that don't know about us, that could benefit from our services. So I'm going to be trying to meet them and engage with them. That's a little bit about me and my role. Next up, we'll hear from Yvette.
Sketchy stairs. Hi, everyone. My name is Yvette Stephanie, and this is my second year as the Emergency Care Program Manager. Yes, I took over after he left. Investing in first aid, CPR, and AED training is one way our members show dedication to employee welfare and safety. This past year, more than 2,400 individuals became certified in first aid and CPR. The council held classes ranging from half empty to it's hot in here cramped. And that's all thanks to Salt Lake Public Utilities. Are you here? Okay. Of these individuals, more than 100 became first aid, CPR, and AED instructors. Over 70 AEDs have been delivered to schools, homes, and organizations across Utah, Nevada, Idaho, and Wyoming. Now, I don't know about you, but I'd say that's a lot of peace of mind being spread around. And while these numbers keep climbing, remember the real win is the lives that we're saving. It's been a great year. I want to extend my heartfelt commendation to our instructors for their outstanding work this year. Their dedication and commitment have been instrumental in achieving our mission, and we celebrate their success as we stand here today. I want to thank our members, partners, and neighbors for placing your trust in this program to keep your employees prepared and ready for any emergency. Lastly, a special mention to Kevin, our favorite UPS delivery guy. Kevin tirelessly loaded and unloaded countless boxes, even single-handedly carrying crates of supplies throughout the past year. Without Kevin, we wouldn't be able to provide quality training with our supplies. All this without a single complaint, always with a smile. Thank you, Kevin. Together, we will continue to set new standards and embrace challenges. Here's to another year where safety and preparedness remain our highest priority. Next, we will hear from Taylor Steed, Occupational Program Manager. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Taylor Steed, and I am the Occupational Program Manager here at the Utah Safety Council. My role focuses on the wonderful world of OSHA 10 and 30 trainings, NFPA trainings, confined space trainings, forklift operator and instructor trainings, and much more. It has been over a year since I joined the Utah Safety Council, of which then this journey has taken me from a novice who didn't know anything to I'm still a beginner because I still don't know anything. But it's been a wonderful opportunity to learn and to grow, and I'm happy for what comes in the future. Some of the events and some of the activities of the occupational department have been vast over the past year. We have been involved with safety fairs for giants such as Komatsu and Chevron. We were invited to the Utah Petroleum Association to hand out awards at their annual meeting. We've been involved with the Utah Work Zone Safety Conference, the American Association for Safety Professionals, the Utah Conference on Safety and Industrial Hygiene, as well as various member engagement events that we've held throughout the year. Notably, one of our highest achievements at the occupational department has been the successful proclamations from both the Salt Lake City Mayor, Aaron Mendenhall, as well as the Governor, Spencer Cox, in designating June as Salt Lake Safety Month, as well as Utah Safety Month, that we at the council were able to get proclamations for those. So good job, everyone. This is part of the National Safety Council's effort to make June National Safety Month, and so we're here to spread that awareness. Your success is what drives our mission to avoid preventable failures and save lives. We are incredibly thankful to be part of your journey, and together we're making workplaces safer. And the perseverance of the lives of the many who walk in and out our doors are the results. Next, we will hear from Quentin McCarver, Occupational Program Manager.
Thanks, Taylor. Like he said, I'm Quentin McCarver, the other Occupational Program Manager. I'm responsible for the MSHA and refinery programs that we have at the Utah Safety Council. Excuse me. This has been a landmark year for our program as we've certified and refreshed thousands of miners and contractors alike, ensuring they are equipped with the knowledge and skills necessary to take on their daily activities and excel in their roles. Our efforts have reached new heights, making this the biggest year in history of the MSHA program in terms of both participant numbers as well as financial success at the Utah Safety Council. This achievement is a testament to the hard work and dedication of our entire team, from instructors to administrative staff. Each one of them has left our program better than when they arrived, and our contractors and miners have left better with better safety practices to excel in their roles. Again, this success would not be possible without the unwavering support of our community, industry partners, as well as, most importantly, the contractors and miners themselves who've committed their daily activities to safety and staying safe in the workplace. In our computer lab, we've utilized our computer resources there for our refinery contractors to train them with our partnership with the Health and Safety Council in Houston, with providing safety essentials as well as other hundreds almost of different trainings that they can take in the computer lab. Our mission has always been to foster a culture of safety, integrity, and excellence in the mining and refining industry, and this year we've gotten significant strides towards that goal. Thank you for your continued support and dedication. Next, you will hear from Traffic Program Safety Manager Michael Stone.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Michael Stone. I'm the Traffic Safety Program Manager here at the Utah Safety Council. Since I've come on, many great things have been accomplished. We've trained over 10,000 drivers each year, many of which were right on the verge of losing their licenses. We've participated in numerous car seat events where we had the opportunity to keep hundreds of children safe on Utah roads. And then finally, we were able to get Spanish-speaking defensive driving courses in our overall goal to be more inclusive and include more people in our defensive driving program. However, I'm not here today to talk about my accomplishments. There we go. We're here to celebrate your great accomplishments in safety, but before we do that, I'm here to selfishly ask everybody in this room to emphasize defensive driving, not only in their work, but also in their home lives. I'm not just saying that because I drive a Fiat 500, which is basically like one step above a go-kart. No offense to any Fiat 500 drivers in the room. Because if we're being honest with ourselves, Utah roadways can be kind of a mess. We see people weaving in and out of traffic, speeding, tailgating, road rage is on the rise, and much more. The roadways truly are a scary place where in a split second, something bad can happen. This is something I want to change, and I believe that everyone in this room wants the same thing as I do. The hard part is that change starts with us and our actions. So let's all drive more patiently, buckle up, slow down, let's all get home safely tonight. Thank you. Next, we'll hear from Lawrence Hopper with the Highway Patrol.
Good morning, everybody. I just want Michael to know that every time I see him driving that Fiat, I do say a prayer for him, because those are scary cars to be driving. I've been asked to take some time to talk about some events that occurred. First one in 2019 and then again in 2023. I've been teaching for the Safety Council for over 11 years now. I started teaching the safety classes or the traffic classes, Alive at 25, defensive driving. Alive at 25 is defensive driving for younger drivers, and then defensive driving is for older drivers. I love what I do. I love having the chance to teach and hopefully change the driving habits of people that take that class. Back in 2019, I received notice that I was nominated as the Instructor of the Year for the entire Safety Council for the two classes that I teach, the safety or Alive at 25 and then defensive driving. It's all the councils will submit names, and then there's a committee that votes on the winner, and each person that is voted for the specific class that they teach, they're considered Instructors of the Year, and then there's an overall winner. And back in 2019, I won it for defensive driving and Alive at 25, and then I won, oh, hold on, it gets better, it gets better. Then I won the overall award, so now we can, there we go. And imagine my surprise when in 2023, I received notice that I was nominated again as Instructor of the Year for defensive driving. And it's a huge honor to be recognized and to win that award. The Safety Council sent myself and my wife to New Orleans for the banquet back in 2023, so last year. It would have been in 2019, they would have sent us to Houston, but that's when COVID hit. And between the two, New Orleans, Houston, I think I got the better end of the deal there. I had a great time in New Orleans. I remember sitting there in the award ceremony, waiting for the announcement for the overall winner. And they named another name, which is totally fine. I won for the defensive driving for the adults. Not to be a sore loser, I walked up to the winner and I congratulated her and I introduced myself and I said, Lawrence Hopper, I'm from Utah, and I won my award back in 2019. That's 4 years before you did. Okay, I didn't do that, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But I just wanted to let you know the reason that I do this is because I believe in what the Safety Council is selling. I believe in safety. I see it with my job all the time. I see how important it is for people to slow down, to wear their seatbelts, and to get to where they're going safely. And sometimes it needs a nice reminder. If it's the court sending you to the class or parents that want their kids to take that class on their own initiative, whether it's to get an insurance discount, I don't care why they're taking the class. What's great is the fact that they're there. And I believe in the message, and I appreciate the Safety Council for the support that they've shown me throughout these last 11 years. The reason I've stayed for so long is, again, because I believe in what they're doing. I believe in the mission, and I want everybody to get home safely. So thank you for your time, and I want to turn the time over to Fabiana, oh my gosh, I'm going to slaughter this. Dombra, sorry, and she'll talk to you next.
Hi everyone, my name is Fabiana Dambra. Today, I'm the program administrator of the Utah Safety Council. Today, I would like to talk about a serious issue affecting the Latino community, workplace accidents. In Utah, 13 of fatals injuries involve Latino individuals, a concerning statistic that needs immediate attention. To address this issue, we have joined forces with the Mexican Consulate for Labor Rights Week, offering a class for labor rights. We provide essential and OSHA training in Spanish to ensure everyone can access vital information. As a Latina born in Argentina, I deeply appreciate the value of language access, which is why we are expanding Spanish language services, including defensive driving courses, to enhance safety for the Latino community. We are dedicated to empowering Hispanic workers by raising awareness of their workplace rights. As many may be unaware of available protections and resources. Our approach includes workshops, awareness campaigns, and educational classes to support Hispanic in advocating for their safety and well-being. Reducing workplace accidents in this community requires collaboration, education, and cultural sensitivity. By meeting the specific needs and providing the essential resources, we aim to create a safer, more inclusive work environment. Let's work together to enhance workplace safety and support the Hispanic community. Thank you. Next, we will hear from Kevin Robinson, Occupational Safety Consultant.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Robinson, and I've been affiliated with the Utah Safety Council for over 30 years as an educational team to continue the mission of promoting workplace safety across the entire state. In addition to myself, we have a team of trainers and instructors that make our occupational program strong in what it is. As many of you know, the Utah Safety Council is dedicated to ensuring every workplace, whether you're a member or not, has access to the safety training and resources that Utah Safety Council provides. I personally have had the privilege to provide on-site safety consultations to many of the Utah Safety Council member companies. If you're wondering how to best drive improvement in your safety program, we're here to help you. We can help identify potential hazards, develop best safety practices, identify safety improvement opportunities, and to tailor those specific to your unique business needs. Our goal is to empower you with the knowledge, skills, and tools necessary to reduce and eliminate workplace accidents. One of the highlights of the Occupational Safety and Health Program is seeing the commitment and the enthusiasm from our member companies who are eager to drive improvement in their safety efforts. Your dedication to safety is inspiring. And as I look around this room, I've been in many of your workplaces, and it's just wonderful to see your commitment to safety and to see that commitment to reduce injuries and illnesses in the workplace. We look forward to working closely with all of you, sharing insights, learning from each other. Together, we can build a culture of safety that benefits everyone. Thank you for your time, and let's continue to find opportunities to drive improvement in our workplace safety efforts. We'll next hear from JP. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is JP. I've been here with the Utah Safety Council for about a year. I turned 1 year last August. And earlier you heard the financial status and reporting for the last fiscal year. From the report, I want to highlight that $82,000 were received from several grantors during the year. These grant funds were allocated between the following areas and programs: traffic, women in safety, occupational program scholarships, OSHA-related training in Spanish, the media library, and our Speaking Up for Safety podcast. The grantors are as follows: the Utah Department of Public Safety, Highway Safety Office, and the Utah Labor Commission. We extend our gratitude to all those entities and organizations willing to grant the Utah Safety Council funds and their continued support. Additionally, I am pleased to report that Squire & Company, PC, an independent CPA firm, conducted an audit review for the last fiscal year ending June 2023. The audit review confirmed that our financial statements are presented fairly and in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. The review confirmed that our financial health remains strong with no issues impacting our solvency. I also want to highlight that for the past 5 years, the Utah Safety Council's 990 filings have shown a positive net balance. This financial stability has allowed us to allocate more resources toward advancing our mission of keeping everybody safe. Thank you. Next, we will invite John back to the stage.
Okay, again, I am very lucky to work with a very dedicated, hardworking group with the Utah Safety Council. You all are very lucky to have them to help support your safety programs in your workplaces, and please engage with them. We're here to help. We're here to advance our mission of saving lives and safety for everybody. And on that note, I'm very honored to introduce our keynote speaker for the afternoon. Dr. Christy Glass is a professor of sociology at Utah State University. She joined USU after earning her PhD from Yale University. Her teaching and research focus on workplace justice, analyzing how gender and race influence opportunities within work organizations. Alongside WSU management professor Allison Cook, she has been a trailblazer in research on the glass cliff phenomena and the impact of representation and organizational practices. Her work has been published in leading sociology and management journals and featured in prominent media outlets such as the New York Times, The Guardian, National Public Radio, PBS, Forbes Magazine, BBC, CNN, and the Harvard Business Review. Let's please welcome Dr. Christy Glass to the stage.
Thank you for having me here. It's really nice to be in the room and see so many, I'm gonna spill this water, so I'll let you know when it happens. It's just imminent. It's nice to see so many friendly faces. I've worked with the Women in Safety group and so enjoyed our interactions, and I'm pleased to be with the larger group today. And I want to just thank you all for all your efforts to keep Utahns safe on our roads and our schools, in our workplaces and our communities. So thank you for having me here today. I want to talk about how we can promote equity and belonging at work. And I want to highlight the fact that the point of equity and belonging is not giving some an advantage over others. That's a myth. Instead, the reason I do what I do is because I know that promoting equity and belonging is about removing all of the things that get in the way of recruiting, hiring, promoting, retaining based on talent. So what I spend a lot of time thinking about is talent, right? Skill, ability. How can we get all of the noise out of the way so that the only thing that matters when we show up is our ability and our talent? Because I know that when we hire and retain and promote based on talent and skill, we're all better. Our decisions are better, our organizations are stronger. And when we hire and retain and promote based on other factors, we all lose. Because our organizations, our teams, our workplaces are only as good as our talent, are only as good as the depth of our bench. And I want to illustrate this point with a powerful example that I spend a lot of time thinking about, actually. Leroy Satchel Paige, considered by many to be the greatest pitcher to ever pick up a baseball. And forgive me, I'm from Michigan where baseball is really big. I grew up watching the World Series Tigers. I realize there's not a baseball team in Utah, but I assume I've got some baseball fans in the room nonetheless. Satchel Paige played professional baseball for 5 decades before he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He played for the Southern Negro Leagues in the midst of the Jim Crow South, and he was a showman. He often told his infielders and his outfielders to sit down while he pitched because he was so confident that he was going to strike out the next batter. Can you imagine this? Yet, due to the color line in professional sports at the time, he didn't join Major League Baseball until 1948, when he was 42 years old. He was the oldest rookie to ever be drafted into Major League Baseball. He pitched his last game at age 59. Sit with that for a minute. He's widely considered to be the hardest thrower in the history of baseball. He was unhittable. And in fact, he gave his pitches names like Bat Dodger and Midnight Rider and Trouble Ball and Long Tom. But the players who caught for him could not tell the difference between these pitches. Only Satchel Paige could. The catchers used to say that every pitch was just fast. He was the GOAT. Satchel Paige was and remains the GOAT. But I can't help to think of what if. What if his talent was the only thing that mattered? What if he'd been drafted as a young man rather than a man age 42? What could he have done? What could his teams have accomplished? In fact, the first team that did draft him into Major League Baseball at age 42 went on to win the World Series. Imagine all those seasons that the GOAT was left off the bench. What if he'd been given every opportunity to develop and showcase his talent? What if? This is what I think about. Because my research focuses on what makes teams and organizations and companies successful, what makes them innovative, what drives them forward. So I spend a lot of time thinking about the Satchel Pages of the world and the way in which our organizations too often overlook talent when recruiting, hiring, retaining, and promoting. How often our organizations pay attention to things other than talent. Here's what I know for sure. Number one, no group has a monopoly on talent. Number two, our organizations are only as good as the talent that we have. And number three, if we're recruiting, promoting, rewarding folks based on anything other than talent, we're leaving talent on the bench. That's what I know for sure. So before touching on some of the strategies that research shows us can help build our bench, I'd like to first mention some of the really common pitfalls our organizations fall into, some of the things that stand in our way, ways that the status quo limits our ability to build a talented bench. The first pattern I see is the tendency to engage in groupthink. Research finds that work groups or teams or organizations that are too homogeneous, too cohesive, too close-knit, risk suffering from groupthink. Groupthink is the tendency to keep your own opinions to yourself in order to maintain group harmony, right? You keep your mouth shut and you go along with the majority. The tendency to conform to the majority's views. And while working with people who look and think and act like us may make us comfortable, research finds that it inhibits our ability to be productive and innovative. In homogeneous groups, nobody wants to rock the boat. Nobody wants to disagree. We tend to prioritize harmony over debate and dissent and disagreement. And I don't know about you, but when I have a difficult decision to make, I want to be surrounded by folks who will be honest with me no matter the consequences, who won't just tell me what I want to hear. I want folks around me who will think creatively and who will not be afraid to voice different perspectives. So while a homogeneous team or workplace can feel nice, it doesn't make us innovative. It doesn't drive us forward. The other tendency I tend to see is the tendency to engage in tokenism. This is the tendency to only make symbolic attempts at moving toward equity and belonging, promoting one or two at most members of a non-majority group and calling that inclusion. Scholars term this the one and done or the twofer model of advancement and inclusion. The problem with tokenism is that, like groupthink, it stifles collaboration, innovation, and creative problem solving. For tokens, being the only one or one of the only one at the table creates scrutiny and performance pressures. Everything you say and do is closely monitored and scrutinized. Tokens often have a sense of fear and futility of speaking out or speaking against the majority. So they keep their ideas to themselves. Tokens are talented people with really good ideas who all too often keep their mouth shut because, again, they don't want to rock the boat. But research also shows that for members of the majority group, those folks tend to overlook the talent and contributions of tokens. Tokens' ideas tend to be dismissed or not taken as seriously. Tokens often face a burden of doubt, a belief that they're not quite as good, not quite as skilled, not quite as smart. So research finds that these tendencies result in kind of a toxic mix that hurts our organizations and impedes good ideas from rising to the top. This doesn't get us anywhere. And the final kind of status quo kind of rut that our organizations can fall into is what I call the change treadmill. Research on efforts to advance equity and belonging finds that, first, organizations are often not willing to do the hard work of actually making needed change. Leaders are often all too willing to outsource the work of building equity and belonging to those most impacted by a lack of equity and belonging, right? Women, for example, are overwhelmingly expected to carry out the work of making their workplaces and teams more equitable, more fair, more inclusive. Yet this work is rarely compensated, it's rarely valued, and it's almost never recognized as core to the organization's mission. This isn't a great strategy, right? Research finds that when men speak up about equity and fairness, they're viewed as more legitimate. Their words are taken more seriously. They're given more weight and more gravity. Men who advocate for equity are simply more impactful and more effective. Yet all too often, women are expected to pull more than their own weight when it comes to advancing equitable policies in our workplaces. And the result is that we keep promising change, but we keep doing the same things. And you know what they say about folks who keep doing the same things over and over, but expect a different result, right? So as long as we stay on the change treadmill, some of us are exhausted and none of us are getting anywhere. So I spend a lot of my time thinking about how we can move beyond the status quo. What will it take to kind of spark a change or a shift beneath our feet? What does it look like when we move beyond the status quo, when we move beyond some of these patterns? Well, the first step may seem obvious, but I think it bears repeating. We must remove any barriers to talent rising. Our inclusion efforts fail if we keep existing barriers in place. Again, it seems really obvious, but I think all too often, if we don't see the barriers, we assume they don't exist. Scholars know, however, that high-impact practices really move the needle. We have overwhelming evidence about the policies and practices that advance equity and belonging in the workplace. Things like inclusive recruitment and hiring practices, zero tolerance for discrimination and harassment, transparent promotion practices, flexible working arrangements, objective performance evaluations. These things work. We have great science to back these policies up. But the problem is that not enough of our organizations have adopted these proven strategies. So unless you're intentionally, purposefully, and thoroughly seeking to identify areas in your practices or policies that are holding back talent, you're not going to be able to build your bench. You're going to be limited in your ability to recruit, retain, and promote the most talented folks in your industry. And again, just because you don't see the barriers doesn't mean they don't exist. Some practices, some barriers are like brick walls. They're clear, they're obvious, everybody can see them, but some are like windows, right? They're hard to see, but boy, you sure feel it when you knock your head against it. And as long as these barriers exist, we're all leaving talent on the bench at a time we simply can't afford to. The next strategy is somewhat counterintuitive for some of you. It's the idea that we need to invite dissent and disagreement into our problem-solving practice, into our problem-solving and leadership. Good ideas, collaboration, creativity, teamwork, these are the things that drive success. Yet research also finds that dissent and disagreement are also vital to sparking innovation in our organizations. So how do you signal that you're receptive to new and different ideas? How do you signal that you're open to different kinds of talent? Talent that may come in a package that is maybe non-traditional or atypical? How do you signal that you're open to new ways of doing things, innovations that might actually improve your ability to do your job? We can't be afraid of disagreement. Disagreement, and by this I mean healthy, respectful disagreement, right? Sitting around the table and hashing out wicked problems that we have to solve. This can be the spark that moves us forward, that allows us to reach the next level. In fact, research finds that when leaders show openness and receptiveness to critique and dissent, people are more confident in their leadership and more likely to get behind their ideas and their strategies. Good leaders are humble. There's no room for ego when we're just trying to put the best ideas on the table. And good leaders actively invite dissent from those around the table. Good leaders are open to different views, open to alternative perspectives, and yes, open to dissent. Good leaders constantly ask, how do we know this decision is the right one? What if we're wrong? And perhaps most importantly, are there perspectives we have not yet considered? And if there aren't diverse perspectives around your table, then either you need a bigger table or you need a completely different table, right? Because what's going to drive us forward, what's going to spark that creativity and innovation is having different ideas, not the same ideas, right? Moving away from groupthink, embracing disagreement and dissent. And finally, a strategy that works is the idea that we must embrace difference as our superpower. Research on the relationship between diversity and organizational success is clear and overwhelming. The more diversity of perspectives and experiences you have, the better you are. My own research on this topic is just one example, and I could cite many other studies. The research is unambiguous. My research finds that organizations that double down on equity and belonging reap tremendous benefits. They have better retention records. They have stronger relationships with their communities. They are more innovative. They have more equitable policies. They are better governed, and they are more transparent. All of us should be striving for all of these characteristics for organizations. And I rarely say that there's a magic bullet, but in fact, research suggests there is a magic bullet. And that's having all different kinds of ideas around the table contributing to major decisions. And it's not hard to understand why. Organizations that double down on equity and belonging understand that difference is a superpower, that no group has a monopoly on talent, and that an organization loses every single time it leaves talent on the bench. So I want to invite you today to think about what's possible. As we all know, we're at an unprecedented moment in our history. We're collectively navigating through deepening social and political frictions. We're facing unimaginable technological advances. We're experiencing social, demographic, and cultural shifts that none of us could have imagined even a few years ago. And I think about, and I invite you to think about, how can we best meet this moment in our workplaces, in our industries, in our communities? To confront these kind of wicked challenges, we need creativity in our decision making. We need openness to other perspectives. We need to be curious about what's possible. We need flexibility in our own thinking, because yesterday's ideas don't necessarily work in today's world. And we need a willingness to collaborate in a deep and meaningful way with folks who don't necessarily see the world the way that we do. We must be able to see beyond our habits, our comfort zone, our status quo. In our organizations, we must seek talent where it lives. We must seek out the Satchel Pages. We must fill up our bench with talent. Thank you so much for having me today. I'm deeply honored and grateful for this opportunity to be part of this great event. Thank you very much.
Well, that's Dr. Glass for you. She always comes in, she lays it down, and then she's halfway to Logan by the time we get done. So here, let's hand her this so I don't forget. Look at that. It's the so cool Utah Safety Council dry bag, which I think Chrissy could use up there in the great outdoors of Cache Valley. Oh, yeah, and a check. Let's give her a hand. Yay! Okay, award slide. I am on the stage. We have 120 awards to present across 12 categories. With a highly competitive nomination process, our winners are chosen by the Board of Directors based on the strictest of standards. I'd like to now invite Yvette Stephanie, our Emergency Care Program Manager, to the podium to present our first award of the afternoon. She'll give instructions on where to stand and pictures, and we have pictures outside, so nobody should leave today without getting their picture taken. So, all right, come on up.
Okay, before we begin, guys, the instructions that he just stated, you are going to enter stage left, pause here for a photo. We have Candace here who's going to take a lovely photo of you, and exit stage right. Okay. All right. The Harold R. Everett Lifesaver Award is named in honor of a man who has been a cornerstone of our emergency care program since 2002. Some of us weren't even born yet. Harold Everett's remarkable journey began in the 1970s as a first responder, and his dedication to the community has left an indelible mark. His steadfast commitment and selflessness have inspired countless individuals in our program and beyond. The video you are about to see shortly epitomizes the true definition of a lifesaver. It captures a courageous and swift response to an emergency that took place on May 19th near the Ogden River in Weber County. This heroic act is a testament to the spirit of our program and a profound impact individuals like Harold Everett continue to have in our community.
This time of year, rivers around Utah are full and flowing fast with the snow melt from the mountains. For the Ogden River, it's no different, and that makes it a beautiful sight, which is why last weekend, James Peasnall and Tiffany Galloway decided to make the drive from Tooele up to Ogden.
Nephew's never been to the river, so we're like, well, we'll take him and let him check it out.
But as they were enjoying the day, the unthinkable happened.
I heard everybody screaming, help, call 911.
I watched the little boy fall in. I watched Dad jump in after him.
Both were struggling against the current, so James, an off-duty Tooele County Sheriff's deputy, jumped into action.
I just leaped from the top into the water, right on top of both of them, and grabbed them.
You can see how fast behind me the Ogden River is flowing. In fact, I bet you can imagine if someone fell in right now, how fast they would be swept downstream. This is exactly the same conditions that day a week ago was.
I was trying to grab for trees or limbs, anything I could grab, and I grabbed one log, and I held him, and when I went like that, because the current pulled him, he lost his son. And I just said, stay here, hold tight, and I dove back in and swam downriver as fast as I could. He was underwater, and he brushed my hand, and I just dove for that direction, grabbed him, I got him to the side, and there was a bystander on there, and I handed the kid up there.
After going back and getting the father out as well, amazingly, everyone was okay as first responders rushed to the scene.
I'd like to thank the first responders on their response time.
Even though James was as tired as could be.
I slowly climbed out because I was out of gas. I was so tired.
It's a scary reminder of how fast things can change.
That river can take you when it's gone.
His actions have now gotten a lot of attention from social media and the community. But for James, he said he didn't do it to be a hero or for any recognition. He did it just to make sure everyone went home that night safe.
Hold on to each other because you never know when
Spencer Joseph,
something like that's going to happen.
Fox 13 News.
Thank God I was there to at least do something.
Utah.
Please join me in welcoming our Lifesaver recipient this year, James Peasnall. All right, thank you, James. He definitely caught our attention, so we had to get him. Thank you so much to Darren Durfee for letting us speak with them for today. Next, we will have Nicole Ackman, who will present our Membership Recognition Award.
Hello, as I said earlier, the members of Utah Safety Council are the foundation for our success. We have 3 different membership levels: general, contributing, and sustaining. We make decisions and run our operations based on the objectives of our members. We honor and recognize these members for their generosity in supporting our mission. This recognition serves as tribute to their commitment to providing a safe and healthy working environment for all employees and stakeholders within their organization. Their efforts help us all make Utah a safer place to live and work. We recognize our top 2 membership level tiers, contributing and sustaining, at our award ceremony every year. So please come forward as your name is called. You'll enter stage left, and you'll pause right here for a photo, and then you'll exit stage right. Please refrain from applauding until all recipients of this award have been announced. We're going to go ahead and start with our new contributing members for this year. Our first one is Cook Surveying and Associates, LLC. Filter Technologies, Inc. Flour Baking Co. of Utah, LLC. The new sustaining member this year we'd like to recognize is the Utah Jazz. And I know I saw her come to, there we go. Yep, just right there for a lovely picture. Thank you, guys. Thank you to these organizations. We look forward to getting to know them and engaging with them in the future. We appreciate your membership. Please join me in giving a round of applause for our recipients of the Membership Award. Next, I'm going to talk a little about women in safety. So Women in Safety was founded in 2017, and we meet monthly as a steering committee to kind of plan events and things like that are kind of focused with women in safety, but everyone is included. So I'm just going to kind of read the message, our mission statement of Women in Safety for you. The mission of the Utah Safety Council Women in Safety organization is to empower women in safety roles through recognition, elevation, personal development. We are a collaborative community dedicated to success. And I've actually seen quite a few faces that have come to our Women in Safety events, so thank you for making those so successful. Each year, the steering committee selects one woman to honor with the Women in Safety and Health Award. At the end of the year, we do have an event for this woman. However, we do also recognize them at our annual award ceremony each year. I am pleased to announce that Natalie Campbell was our recipient for the 2023 Women in Safety and Health Award. Unfortunately, Natalie is not able to join us today, so we just wanted to recognize her right here. So can we get a round of applause for Natalie and all of her efforts that she did this year? We will be having open nominations for our next Women in Safety recipient for 2024. Those should be opened at the end of this month, so just watch our social media as well as our newsletter, and that will let you know how to do it. We are also going to be offering a digital format for nominations this year, so that hopefully will get some more of you in and getting some of those nominations in. Next up, you'll hear from Michael Stone, presenting our Professional Driver of the Year Awards.
All right, this is the 40th year that the Utah Safety Council is recognizing individuals for dedication to service and the example that is set for all professional drivers. There were several great applicants this year. Each year we have 3 winners, or this year we have 3 winners of the Professional Driver of the Year award. Each one's going to be in a different category, and those categories include the Metro Transportation category, Long Haul Transportation, and then for the first time ever, we have added a Bus Driver award to this category. And we'll begin with the Metro category. First, I'm thrilled to congratulate Damian Nelson on winning the Metro Driver Award. Your dedication to transporting vital equipment and materials to their intended destination is truly commendable. Through your reliable service and attention to safety, you've ensured that operations run smoothly and effectively. Your hard work and professionalism sets a high standard for us all. Congratulations, Damian, on this well-deserved recognition. And then next, it is my pleasure to congratulate Tony Linton with Barney Trucking on winning the long haul category. This award celebrates Tony's dedication, hard work, and commitment to excellence on the road. Your countless hours and 3.9 million miles without a single accident truly sets an example for others in your team. Thank you for your incredible effort and for always going the extra safe mile. We are proud to give you this award today. Congratulations, Tony. And then finally, sorry, as stated earlier, for the first time ever in Utah Safety Council, we're honoring a bus driver for their dedication and hard work to transporting children safely to their intended destinations. And I am thrilled to congratulate Linda Garcia for her remarkable efforts. I don't believe Linda's in attendance today, so next we'll hear from Kevin Robinson, who will present the Robert F. Parenti Award as well as the Lifetime Achievement Award.
Thank you. The Robert F. Parenti Achievement Award is typically bestowed on someone or upon one individual who has exemplified exemplary dedication and personal motivation in the workplace. This prestigious award is named in honor of Bob Parenti, who served as president of the Utah Safety Council for over 28 years. Under his visionary leadership, the council developed comprehensive training programs, expanded its membership, and established itself as a pioneer in safety training. I can remember the first time I met Bob in the mid-1980s, and the Utah Safety Council was located on 3rd West, and really all the Utah Safety Council provided at that time was a little bit of defensive driver training, and that was it. And from here we are today, and all the programs that we have, Bob planted those seeds and launched many of those programs in place. So we have a debt of gratitude for Bob and his vision and his history. For the first time in the Utah Safety Council's history, the board has found it suitable to present the Achievement in Safety Award to 2 outstanding individuals together for their collaborative work with the Nurse Fit, or Nurse First, and the Fit for Duty programs at Pacific Corp, Rocky Mountain Power. Before announcing the winners, let's take a quick look at what these programs have achieved. The Nurse First program was started in 2008 and has drastically reduced incident rates and lost workdays, achieving a total OSHA recordable incident rate of 0.48, which is incredible in 2023. The Fit for Duty program was implemented to ensure that employees returning from disability or leave are ready for full duty back to work. Since its inception, the program has reduced re-injury rates from 38% to only 2%, providing essential feedback to the physicians and ensuring employees' readiness to return to work. One of these individuals was unable to attend today, and instead David Allman will accept this award on his behalf, we are proud to award Todd Bingham and Terry Gill the Robert F. Parenti Individual Achievement Award. Very good. It's now my honor to present the Lifetime Achievement Award. The Lifetime Achievement Award honors individuals who have made remarkable contributions to workplace safety for at least a decade, leaving a significant impact on individuals and organizations alike. Today, we are honored to give this award to Tim Rees. We commend Tim for his outstanding contributions to environmental health and safety across a distinguished career. Starting in 1993 with Abbott Laboratories, Tim revamped critical safety programs, significantly reducing incidents and improving workplace safety. At Cephalon and later Teva Pharmaceuticals, he implemented innovative EHS programs, designed safe manufacturing facilities, and integrated global safety standards, ensuring numerous safety awards and reducing injury rates dramatically. Tim's dedication to continuous improvement and employee safety has left a lasting impact on EHS practices locally, nationally, and globally. His leadership, mentorship, and innovative approach have made workplaces safer, more compliant with regulatory standards, and through Tim's leadership and his volunteer work as a baseball coach and scoutmaster, he demonstrates his commitment to community and youth development. This award recognizes his unwavering dedication, exceptional leadership, and lifelong commitment to improving workplace safety and health. Congratulations, Tim. Very good. Congratulations, Tim. I'll next turn the time over to Sergeant Lawrence Hopper for our next award.
All right. Next category that we're going to talk about is seatbelt use, something that I am very passionate about. There's two things in the patrol that I'm passionate about. DUIs, not necessarily doing it, but getting them off the roads, and seatbelt use. And since the Safety Council doesn't have an award for no DUIs, next one is going to be the seatbelt use. Before I go into that, though, I wanted to tell you give you a couple of stats when it comes to seatbelt use. Back in 2015 was when the seatbelt law became a primary law. Before that, it was a secondary law, which means in order for me to do any kind of seatbelt enforcement, I had to figure out, find a violation, a primary violation. Speed, failure to signal, turning in the wrong lane, whatever it was. Back in 2015, it changed from a secondary law to a primary law. The usage rate for seatbelts before 2015 in the state of Utah was 83.4%. So not bad, but that has since jumped to 92.4%. So almost a 10% increase when it went from a secondary law to a primary law. It is my opportunity and my pleasure to recognize those companies that are striving to get 100% usage seatbelt use with their employees or close to, near to 100% usage. And there's 6 of them that we're going to recognize. I'll read the names, and if you can hold your applaud until the very end, we'd appreciate it. The first one is Intermountain Health Courier Systems, or Services, excuse me, in the Salt Lake City office. Second one is the Intermountain Health Courier Services in the St. George office. Third one is the Hudson Printing. Fourth one is the HHI Corporation. The fifth one is the Salt Lake City Department of Airports. And the last one is the Salt Lake City International. And if we can have an applaud for all of those 6. Thank you. That's a tough one too, so I appreciate all you do. All right, next we'll turn the time over to Brandon Stone, who will present our Community Impact Award, Perfect Record Awards, and Million Hour Awards.
So this first award, Community Impact Award, is it's a new award for us, something we haven't given out before. But we recognized this individual's efforts, and we just had to put him up in front of you, you good people, to recognize what he has done. He specifically has served the Spanish-speaking community. Access to training, education, knowledge can be limited in the Spanish-speaking community. So his efforts have targeted the Spanish-speaking community to help recognize that lack of access. He saw the need, and he made it his mission to spread awareness of safe driving habits and defensive driving practices. He is the embodiment of the Zero Fatalities mission statement. Martin Herrera. He works for Zero Fatalities. He offers his time and services to the Spanish consulate, as well as volunteers his time to us here at the Utah Safety Council, teaching defensive driving. His commitment to improving roadway safety and reducing fatalities is inspiring. And he didn't know he was getting this award, so it was a big surprise. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Surprise. Well, good thing I came. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks to the Utah Safety Council, but first off, thank you to the Zero Fatalities program. Thanks to the Zero Fatalities team. It's not a job to me, okay? Maybe someday I'll have that. When they tell me, maybe I'm gonna tell you the story, but there's no time today. But it's not a job. It's not work. I made this effort to educate people about driving in a safe way and saving lives, a mission. It's a mission to me, it's a mission to my family. I want to thanks to my wife. I hope she's not falling asleep. But reason I do this, a few of you know, we lost our oldest daughter in a car accident 10 years ago. And I didn't know what to do. Everything changes after that. then something like that happens to you, and then you start to live in a different world, a world that nobody wants to be, a language that nobody wants to speak. So I had to make a decision to stay home and cry for the rest of my life, or do something with the tragedy. And I've been doing it for 6 years now. It's not easy, because I have my days when I say I don't want to do this. But it's that little voice of my daughter saying, come on, Dad, get up and do something. Someone is going to be listening to you today. So, thank you very much. Thank you all. Thanks to my Zero team. Thanks to my wife. Thanks to the Utah Safety Council. Thank you all.
Thanks for sharing that story. That was very touching. Trying to collect myself a little bit. Next, we'll move on to the Perfect Record Award. A Perfect Record Award recognizes companies who worked the entire 2023 year without an OSHA recordable injury, illness, or days away from work. Please refrain from applauding until all recipients have been announced. We'll get on with announcing those receiving the award this year. Begin with AEEC LLC, Bar Engineering, Bodell Construction, Bountiful City Light and Power, Brenderson, Central Valley Water Reclamation Facility, Comfort Systems USA Intermountain, E-Corp, Inax, doing business as Davy Bickford USA, EnviroServe Inc., Fresh Market East Ogden, Grammel Construction, Hill Sand and Gravel, a CRH company, Ingenium Design LLC, Intrepid Potash, Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District, Upper Headquarter, Caltech LLC, Kern River Gas Transmission, Lynn's Cedar City, Lynn's East St. George, Lynn's St. George, Mountain States Fence Company, Rocky Mountain Specialty Contracting, Savage Services American Fork, Savage Services Bingham Garfield Rail, Savage Services Roosevelt, Savage Services Savage Energy Terminal, Savage Services Starpoint, Snyderville Basin Water Reclamation District, Teva Pharmaceuticals Salt Lake West Operations. And finally, Teva Pharmaceuticals. Please join me in giving a round of applause to all the recipients. Okay, that brings us to the Million Hour Awards. The Million Hours Awards recognizes companies who reach 1 or more million consecutive employee hours during the 2023 calendar year without incurring an OSHA recordable injury, illness, or days away from work or death. Once again, hold applause till all recipients have been announced. Shorter list on this one. First up, we have Bar Engineering Company, Salt Lake City offices. Brinderson and W.W. Clyde. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause. Congratulations to those award winners. Next up, we're going to recognize achievement in safety by an organization with Taylor.
It is my pleasure to share with you the award winner for the Outstanding Achievement in Safety by an Organization Award. C&E Stonemasonry has been selected for the Outstanding Achievement in Safety by an Organization Award from the Utah Safety Council. Give them a hand. By identifying a crucial safety need among their Spanish-speaking foremen and coordinating a series of OSHA 10 trainings in Spanish, they have demonstrated a dedication to making safety accessible to people regardless of language barriers. This award is in recognition for their efforts in creating a better safety culture, and the positive impact they are striving to make is highly commendable. Congratulations, C&E Stonemasonry. Additionally, I have the pleasure of doing the award of, presenting the Award of Honor. It is my pleasure to present the Award of Honor. The Award of Honor is one of the highest achievements we recognize for a company's commitment to mitigating safety hazards and ensuring workplace safety. Additionally, this particular company has been the recipient of our Award of Merit, achieving a total of 14 years of winning our Awards of Merit. It's our largest category, so today we are thrilled to present this award to Ames Construction. And by the way, we'll want to probably get a photo of all of the Ames Construction people here in just 2 seconds. So let me just read this off real quick and we'll get a group photo. All right. For over 60 years, Ames Construction evolved from a small family-run earthwork contractor into a full-service, heavy civil and industrial general contractor operating across North America. Their journey is a testament to remarkable dedication, adaptability, innovation, setting a gold standard in purpose, responsibility, and workplace safety. Ames Construction has not only achieved significant milestones, such as completing their first Canadian rail and mining projects, building Arizona's largest highway project, building Loop 202 on the South Mountain Freeway, along with constructing 5 major river crossings, but they also have expanded their capabilities to include white paving as seen at the Salt Lake City Airport that works to ensure that our city and state remain prosperous. Their commitment to safety is further evidenced by the establishment of a state-of-the-art maintenance facility at the new Ames Business Center, demonstrating their proactive approach to ensuring the well-being of their teams and the communities that they serve. This achievement recognizes their exceptional accomplishments, but also underscores their ongoing dedication and setting industry standards to promote culture of safety. Ames Construction's success is a testament to their continuous growth and leadership as well in the construction industry. Congratulations again to Ames Construction on this well-deserved award of honor. Next, we will hear from Quentin McCarver for the Award of Merit. All right, now to the final award. It's also our largest award category, the Award of Merit. The Award of Merit recognizes quality in occupational safety and health programs as measured by the outstanding safety performance. These companies who are below the national average for their industry over a three-year period in lost time and total case incident rates, which are compiled by the United States Department of Labor, Bureau of Labor of Statistics. Once again, please refrain from applauding until all recipients have been announced. And we will start now with the following companies being recognized with the Award of Merit: AEEC LLC, Allied Universal Security Services, Ames Construction, Altaview Hospital, Barr Engineering Co., Salt Lake City, Bear River Valley Hospital, Bodell Construction Company, Brahma Group, Inc., Cache Valley Electric Company, Cedar City Hospital, Central Valley Water Reclamation Facility, Comfort Systems USA Intermountain, Dannon, Delta Fire Systems, E-Corp, NEX, doing business as Davie Bickford, USA, Fillmore Community Hospital, Intermountain Health Garfield Memorial Hospital, Grummel Construction, Great Basin Industrial, Hales Sand and Gravel, a CRH company, HHI Corporation, Hunt Electric, Hydro Extrusion, Spanish Fork, Utah, Ingenium Design, LLC, Jack B. Parson, a CRH company, Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District, Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District, Upper HQ, Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District, Lower HQ, Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District, JVWTP, Caltech LLC, Kern River Gas Transmission, Kroger, Layton Dairy, Layton Construction Company, Layton Hospital, LDS Hospital, Logan Regional Hospital, McKay-D Hospital, Mechanical Service and Systems, Mountain States Fence Company, Nielsen Construction, a CRH company, Northrop Grumman Mission Systems, Primary Children's Hospital, Ralph L. Wadsworth, Reynolds Excavation, a CRH company, Riverton Hospital, Rocky Mountain Specialty Contracting, Sanpete Valley Hospital, Savage Services, American Fork, Savage Services,
Bingham and Garfield Rail. Savage Services, Coal Service. Savage Services, Roosevelt. Savage Services, Savage Energy Terminal. Savage Services, Service Support Center. Savage Services, Starpoint. Sevier Valley Hospital. Skyline Electric Company. Smithfield. Snyderville Basin Water Reclamation. Spanish Fork Hospital. St. George Regional Hospital. Staker Parsons Materials and Construction. Teva Pharmaceuticals, Salt Lake West Operations. Teva Pharmaceuticals, Salt Lake East Operations. Teva Pharmaceuticals, Salt Lake Operations. Treehouse Foods, Inc., Ogden, Utah plant. Utah Valley Hospital. Western Rock Products, a CRH company. Whitaker Construction Co. And W.W. Clyde & Co. Please join me in giving a round of applause for the recipients of the Merit Award. Just for you. Oh, no.
Thank you.
All right, next we will hear from John Wojciechowski.
All right, very good. Let's give all the award recipients another round of applause. Congratulations. So we're almost to the end. We always pride ourselves at the Utah Safety Council for starting on time and ending a little early. So we have about 2 minutes. So remember that, Brian, when you adjourn the meeting. For those of you that donated school supplies, who we are going to donate to the Heartland, our neighbors at the University of Utah. For those of you that donated school supplies, we did a drawing and the winners are in my pocket. You don't need to be present to win, but I'll read the names, and if you want to go see Nicole and Yvette afterwards, we have some great prizes they've put together. So the first winner is Gwen Young. Yeah, give her a hand, yay, for donating. Yes, very good. And then our other one, I'm just going to read the phone number, see if he recognizes it. That's 801-430-6676. Please call Cesar Cavillo with anything you might need ever. Cesar, are you here? He laughed. Well, get him back by texting him congratulations. So he should get about 200 texts here. With that, we did fill the room, and we appreciate Weber State University Davis campus for hosting us. It was at the... well, I want to say the director of the Rocky Mountain Center for Occupational and Environmental Health, Mr. Godfrey, Kurt Godfrey, who I think is here, not here, but we'll have to remind him that we're going to need a bigger room this year. So again, thank you for having us, Weber State University. Thank you to Roosters for the wonderful food and catering. Coming up, we have a couple of things. The ROMCO Industrial Hygiene Conference at the University of Utah. It will be at the Union Building there, October 10th and 11th, so that is coming up. We will be there. It's a big conference, and hopefully you can all attend. And then we also have, like Nicole mentioned, nominations going out into the month for our WISH Award, our Women in Safety and Health. And then that event will take place December the 13th, which is Friday the 13th. Over at Roosters, they have a wonderful community gathering space over there that we will have a ceremony for that award. So, and with that, I would like to invite our esteemed chairman back up, Brian Hogan, to adjourn the meeting. Thank you, Brian. You have about 30 seconds, so I hope it's good.
We really appreciate John and the team from the Utah Safety Council and all the hard work that they put together to make this happen. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting? And a second? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, we're adjourned.